Good morning and welcome to another video. Mid-January, full sun. One thing that's going for me today is it's going to be about 40 degrees up here. So we're back on one of our local tailwaters with the 8-foot 4-weight and a Ross reel. And we'll be using some CFA flies and hope to show you a lot of fish. We were here pretty recently, and this could be one of the last times I fish in Colorado for a few weeks. We have some different content coming up for you guys, and we'll explain that later in the video. So sit back, relax. This ought to be fun. Let's go fish. So once again, I'm at about 7,500 feet here, and that's why the temperature getting to about 40 degrees today is actually helpful. It's just a little bit warmer. Maybe the trout will be a little bit less lethargic, but the full sun hurts me for sure. You would always want clouds, always want clouds. You know, clouds just scream Baetis and mayfly nymphs. So clouds are more helpful, but you can still catch them in the sun. They're a little more wary of things like overhead predators and bird strikes, but I think we can get a few fish out of here today. Should be fun. I am starting off with a Copper John as the lead fly and a CFA fly below that. Split shot to get it on the bottom and an Orvis indicator, which I don't think scares them. Someone commented last time, why do I use an indicator so often? And the answer is, I don't always, but sometimes nymphing and just watching your line, I don't detect as many hits and strikes, and I want to be setting the hook all the time. I want to be setting the hook on the bottom. I want to be setting the hook on a fish. And, you know, a indicator that is not splashy and is not scaring them, I feel like I can detect more bites, and I'm going to be setting the hook more often, which is a good thing. So that's why. I just think these little tiny Orvis indicators are not scaring anything, and I can go to yarn if I need to. A lot of times I put like fly floating on the yarn to help it, you know, stay up. But so I don't always, but I think this indicator is going to be helpful today. And there's my buddy right there. Hey fella, sorry, I'm gonna fish in your hole again. If you don't know what the term tailwater means, you're looking at it now. You got a dam right here and a river below it, and I've caught fish out of here before, but not on this channel since this is just started this in March. We'll see what we can do here for a little bit. Throwing back in my riffles here. This spot opened up, but it's funny. There's 3 really good reasons to fish riffles, and I think riffles get overlooked by a lot of fishermen. You know, we lock into the obvious runs and pools and behind boulders and things like that, and that's all great. You know, that's all absolutely great. But there's 3 real good reasons, at least, to fish riffles. Number 1 is your fly goes through quicker, so if it's not exactly what they're eating, they don't get a great look at it. And number 2, it's very oxygenated water. And the third is there's a ton of bugs. There are a ton of bugs in riffles, and sometimes it's shocking how shallow the water is that fish will hang out in, like this spot right here. So we ought to get one here soon. Fish on. Let's go. Might add a CFA fly to the collection of fish that we've caught, because this guy, I think, took the Black Titan. And he did. Teeny little bobo with a bird strike, but we'll take him. See you, buddy. Add the Black Titan to the list of fish we've caught on CFA flies. Go. Another one here. This guy took the bottom fly, which now is blue. There we go. Show you this one. Pretty colors on this one compared to the last one. Just gorgeous. And blue seems to be the color today. And he took a blue something. I honestly don't even know what this one's called, but a little blue nymph. What a pretty one, though. Look at the colors. This guy's gorgeous. See you, buddy. So you guys like me and sometimes literally forget what all these flies are called in your fly box. These fly tires get very creative with their names, and I just can't flat out remember sometimes. But blue seems to be a sexy color today, so we added a little blue thing. It's almost like a poison tongue, but I don't think it is. Just a blue fly. So we know that trout see color, and trout can actually discern infrared and UV color and UV rays, and the human eye cannot. So they see color differently than we do. And we know that blue and purple on the color spectrum is very visible to trout. Now, a fly that is under the surface looks very different to fish than what it looks like to us in our vise or in our hand. And so that's actually really interesting. But apparently blue is a color that they see really well. They see the silhouette and the profile and the shape really well. It's just absolutely fascinating to me. So I generally encourage you guys to change a lot of things before color. You know, like your presentation, your cadence, your retrieve, your depth range. But today, color seems to matter, and it's hard to say why. But these fish are stacked in this riffle again, and it's fun. I'd like to show you a bigger one out of here, but I love all fish equally, like I always say. But there are a couple of nice ones in here cruising. I'm getting better about picking out you know, the difference between a strike and my indicator hitting the bottom. And yes, I know you wouldn't have to use an indicator through here, but I still find the indicator helpful and easy. And this indicator is not scaring them, I'm sure of that. So we're just catching too many fish out of this hole lately to believe the indicator's scaring them. But it is cool though. I'm actually starting to pick up on sometimes the flash of the fish as they turn towards it, the white of the fish's mouth as they turn to it and eat it. And it's pretty cool. That's about as visual fishing as you get, other than dries. Not sure if you can tell just how shallow some of this water is I'm pulling these fish out of. It's really shallow, and it forms this run down here and gets a little bit deeper, but it is shallow. So again, I still find the indicator helpful, but you wouldn't have to have one. And I got lucky because where the fish were last time is where they are this time. And that doesn't always happen, especially if the CFS and the flows change. They're going to be in different spots. So the fact that they're still here in the same spot as last time just tells me that the flows haven't changed. Take a lake, for example. If you fish a lake where you caught them on Wednesday, may not work at all on Thursday if that water is moving. You know, if water's coming in or if the lake is draining. You just don't know. You got to figure that out. But lucky for me, they're still here today playing the game. Another one. Another rainbow. Come on, buddy. A little better, but still small. There we go. We'll be quick about this one. He sure is pretty. Gorgeous little bobo. Oh. See you, bud. Guys might even be able to see it, but there's a decent hatch going on right now. And golly, I guess they're teeny blue-wing olives. Midges? No, I think blue-wing olives. And threw on my tiniest dry, and there's no fish rising, but we're gonna see if we can get one to come up. It's gonna be a challenge. There he is. There he is. That's freaking awesome. Dry fly bite in January. Let's go. That's so cool. We won't net this one. We'll just get our hands wet. Look at that. Look at that. Dry fly. Dry fly in the top of the snoot. That's so awesome. If he comes off, that's okay. Look at that. It's just the smallest top of the snoot here. Smallest dry I could find. Like a 24 blueing olive. Right here. In the top of the snoot. It's freaking sweet. See you, buddy. Sweet. Some mule deer telling me goodbye. Thanks for letting me visit your home, guys. Hey, that worked out all right. That was a blast. What was that? 4 landed, 4 in the net, and you guys got to see those. So check the comments of this video for a promo code for a 30% discount on CFA flies. And everything I'm involved in is linked in my description below. And as a tennis coach for the city of Loveland, you guys can check out my spring and summer registration on my website, williamstennisschool.com. Also run Adidas tennis camps out of Colorado State University in Fort Collins. And also run a very, very nice size academy with some really good players right there in my hoodie, the Front Range Academy. So don't usually plug my own business, but might as well. So you can connect with me. Even if you're out of state, you could come to my Adidas tennis camps, and I could work with you for 2 weeks of every year. So, but we got our academy, we got Loveland Parks and Rec going, the website's live, and but I'm happy with today, guys. You know, fun to get some fish on some nymphs in that same spot as last time, and then most proud of that fish on the dry fly. Just throw on a tiny BWO and have that work. So that was freaking sweet. So mid-January, dry fly bite. I mean, we'll take that every single time. And 4 landed in mid-January is not too bad either. So once again, check comments for that promo code. Upcoming is going to be surf fishing, land-based shark fishing, and saltwater content. So it's possible I get out one more time. It's very possible that I don't. And for the next few weeks is going to be some saltwater content. I think you guys will really like that, especially you guys that follow us in Colorado. So great talking to you today, Mike, and your buddy Randy. Awesome seeing you guys out on the river. So fun to talk to you guys and connect. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next video.